I'm here. Why are you here, Nikki? Why?
What's poppin'?
So we're here in Dallas for the mastermind that I've been extremely hesitant to do because I am extremely introverted, okay? Yeah, all right. I'm introverted, but it's finally time to get out of my comfort zone. And I don't even know why it honestly took me this long. Because you doubt yourself? Stop playing. Okay, maybe a little bit. Maybe I doubt myself a little bit. But I'm realizing as content creators, business owners, as we're putting out our content, that we are attracting the audience. We always want this audience. And down the line, they start to become a community. And as a brand, we have the responsibility to actually show up, to give an experience. But as an introvert, that causes me anxiety. Not like true panic attack or anything like that, but just like a little bit like, oh my God, I'm sweating kind of vibes, right? So this time we went to Dallas. I invited certain people in my community. They actually showed up, which is crazy to me, like absolutely crazy. Like these are strangers. When we're growing a brand, there's nobody that we really honestly know. And they actually came from Florida, from Cali, from, I don't know, New York. And they actually came here for us to figure out how to grow as a brand. And the important thing that I'm realizing is community is a lot deeper than we really think. We think about community as, okay, this is the heart of the brand and they're going to be the reason why people know our brand and they're going to buy from us and things like that. But it's really deeper what I've realized in this mastermind. Like not that deep, but it's, you'll see what I'm talking about, right? The possible partnerships, the possible collaborations, the fellowship that happened this weekend was amazing. And as an introverted creator, I'm full. And I could only hope that you as a creator will eventually see the benefits of creating a community, because you probably wanted that when you were going through your journey. I know I did. I promise you I did. So I just stayed home. You see, I'm even outside today. And this is crazy. You normally see the things in the background. I'm normally outside. So this is what happened. I'm gonna show you what happened this weekend. Isaiah's gonna do some really dope things. Hi Isaiah, we love you, we love you. So now you can see it. Wait, hold up. So I was checking my analytics, because I do that once in a while. And like 60% of y'all watch my videos and are still not subscribed. I keep telling y'all to subscribe and you're not really listening, and I'm really kind of sad by that. So what I need you to do, if I ever added value to you, please subscribe, please like this video, and please comment it. Even if you're like, heard you, Nikki. Shout out to my New Yorkers. Heard you. All right, let's get back to this video. So let me break down day one, because it was actually really amazing. So the first part, we had breakfast, because we got to feed the people. Because low-key, I was hungry. It wasn't really about them, it was about me, right? But we had pancakes, we had eggs, we had bacon. We had turkey bacon for those people who don't like pork. I got you, we good, right? Candace made it. Shout out to Candace, right? Because she really did her thing. The pancakes were fire. I was a real big fat kid. I wanted to have 4 of them, but I only had 2. It was cool, it was all right, right? But then I think the mind-blowing part for me was actually seeing my team, right? We had Aaron, who did the personal development and the flight assessment. Flightassessment.com. If you don't have the flight assessment, learn all about it there. I'm not gonna go deep into it. I have the podcast for that, right? But seeing him in person, really going and breaking down the personal development side as far as brands and creators really knowing about themselves. It's called a personal brand for a reason. So he covered the personal brand. And seeing him do that, I never saw him do that in person. Only seen him online. He's dope online. I'm not saying that he's not. He's dope. But he is amazing in person, right? How he's able to control the crowd, how he's able to read the audience when they need to really actually pay attention and participate. He really was in tune with that, and I never really understood that power until I saw it in person. Once again, I'm not saying he's not good, I just never saw it, right? So that was Aaron and that part, and so they understood who they were. That was the whole point of that session. The second session was done by Isaiah. Hi Isaiah, we love you, we miss you, yay, right? And you probably heard me talk about Isaiah because he's the reason why we have this video, even though Korshan is actually recording this. So shout out to Korshan, he's shooting that, not this angle, he's shooting the other angle, but I wanted to say hi to Korshan on this angle, right? But now Isaiah's been working with me for the longest. I mean, he is the original definition of a day one person. He's the only one that truly believed in me and gave me the power to actually actually do this. Like I said earlier, with being an introvert, he really bought into the vision and said, yo, you actually got something. Like, you don't necessarily see it, but I see it. Because I definitely didn't see it. I just stay home. You know what I mean? I stay with Don Cuddles and I stay home and that's it. But to see him actually have a whole presentation, from the person who was just an editor to now teaching, and teaching from where he was to where he is to where he wants to be, it makes me see that everything that I need from a team aspect, from a brand aspect, is really in front of me. And I think some of y'all may really understand what I mean by that, where we might want other people to buy into our vision and buy into what we need, but actually the people who really do and who are going to take you further is actually right in front of you, and that's really scary. I just want you to know that. But seeing the both of them in person and doing that for the community that like just believed in our presence, that's the crazy part about this. So like when you create content, they really just buy into your presence. They haven't seen you, they haven't touched you, they haven't done anything. And so to see how they served a community that believed in me, the emotions that come out of it is, I can't really describe it. Please don't make me cry right now. Do not do it. Please. Stop, okay, stop. But that was the first half. Let's get into the second half. So let's talk about the second half, right? We had Olive Garden. Now, some people were mad at me because they were like, why are you giving me carbs? I'm full. But what I realized is that when they are full, they're actually the most truthful, right? And the second half, I was actually speaking. They didn't know what to expect. So I wanted them extremely comfortable, laid back, and chilled, right? So the purpose of me going in the afternoon, one, I wanted them to actually do an exercise together where they actually worked in groups. Because some of them, once again, I attract introverts. Introverts attract introverts. So they didn't know who the other person was too much. So I wanted them to kind of get out of their comfort zone as well and work on their 1-minute story that Isaiah did. Shout out to Isaiah. We love Isaiah. Hi. After that, I wanted them to see how easy it was to create content leveraging AI. Shout out to Notion AI because we did some amazing things. I can't go too much into it because that's only for the mastermind, but they did something real amazing, right? But then also I wanted to go over the play system, right? Play system to pay. What does that even mean? What the hell is play to pay? What do I gotta play and pay, Nikki? What are you talking about? So in this session, I talked about platform, leverage, audience, and you when it comes to your actual content strategy. And then we had to get into the bag because all we care about is money, Nikki. No, I don't only care about money. Yes, we do. No, we don't. Yes, we do. Okay, maybe a little bit, right? So the pay system's pretty cool because we talk about the product and service creation, we talk about the assets creation, and we talk about the yielding strategies. What the hell is yielding strategies? Just think about different ways to create revenue amongst just your one brand, right? And you can see the mind like just being blown. Once again, Isaiah, do the, right? mind being blown of when you actually break it down into something so simple of how they're truly understanding it, right? Now, like I said, I can't go into too detail, but you pretty much understand the acronym and all that great stuff. After they were done, they literally had a whole strategy for the new year. And that was my whole purpose of it, was for when you come here, it's not about motivation. It's not about the rah-rah and all that things. It's literally the understanding of it and the application of it. I want you to actually do something, okay? Please do something. But what about the fun? Was it all serious? That's all you do? You just teach people? What are you doing? No. So we actually went to main event. So think of like Dave and Buster's, but like called something else, right? So we played games, we did bowling. I lost twice. Well, kind of not really, but we'll talk about that another day, right? Shout out to Aaron, because I lost with that one. Words, I won. I don't care what you think. I did 2 rounds. Shush, right? But we had fun. So this is where I wanted them to actually just have, like, lay back, have some drinks if they wanted to have drinks, eat, whatever it was, because not everything in life is so serious, right? And this was really dope to see people just outside of their element, right? Just really showing who they are, because inside of this amazing house, you're kind of a little bit reserved. You're coming here with a direction, but when you're at main event, oh no, you're different. I saw you. I saw you act a little bit different. I even heard some curse words. Isaiah may add some kind of bleep. I heard you. It's okay. But I think the biggest thing was to make people feel like they could be themselves and their authentic self. And that's so important to me, because we live in a world where you have to actually play a separate character in order to be relevant. It's, perception is everything. No, perception's not everything. Well, maybe it is. Maybe just a little bit. But we got to learn how to leverage it better, right? So it was important to do main event, because even though the first part in which they came for was the strategy and that whole 9, it was important for them to just be themselves and make them feel like it is okay to be their authentic self. Even though some of y'all had to be authentic self by taking a drink or 2. But that's okay, because we love you. It's fine, right? But I gotta tell you about day 2, because day 2 is where we really, really went in about some of the breakthroughs, the aha moments, but also just the transparency that you don't necessarily hear or see in a virtual standpoint. Yeah, you gotta do some in-person stuff sometimes. I'm working on it myself, so let's work on it together. So let's talk about day 2. Nikki, you had a day 2. How are you an introvert and you're having like multiple days with these people? I'm working on me, okay? I'm working on me. So day 2 was really dope, because actually this was more of a smaller crowd. Shout out to my elite members. A little bit higher price, but shout out to y'all, right? And this was more of a personal check-in. I think with smaller crowds, I can really get into like really how you feel. I think with bigger crowds, you kind of have to have this kind of like facade, or like I'm stronger than I really am. We know what really how you feel. So this is why I create smaller groups. We got you, I got you, don't worry about it, right? So this one where, what was their biggest takeaway? But the biggest part for me for day 2 was, what do they need? I don't assume what my audience needs. I don't assume what my customer needs, my community needs. I go really I have to ask them. Ask your audience what they want. Ask your community what they want. Stop assuming. Stop creating content thinking that you know what they want. You don't. Stop creating products that you think you know what they want. You don't. It's fine, right? So this moment we asked, yo, what do you need and how can I help you? Like me personally help you, and then the community personally help you. And the things and the stories and the personal side that we heard was mind-blowing. I don't think I was really honestly prepared for certain stories that I heard and certain moments that I heard, but also truly understanding me as a creator, truly understanding me as a business owner, my impact, because I have doubts. I don't really see how big I am, how much I really impact people. And being in a crowd like that, seeing the impact really does something to you. So I really suggest that you actually kind of talk to your community. Just kind of, you know, if you don't want to, that's fine. That's all right. That's right. So day 2 was actually, it may be eye-opening for them, but it was really eye-opening for me, because being somebody who actually stays home a lot and really just creating behind the desk and behind just a lens, I really don't see what my content does for people or my lives does for people. And I'm still really speechless from it, because to see the emotions come out, to see the collaborations come out, to see the fun side about it, because we couldn't be too serious. There had to be jokes. Shout out to Isaiah for making me already, you know, always inappropriate sometimes. We love him. We can't have HR. But day 2 was so fulfilling. It was so amazing. And I think for me, for a person who didn't want to do events, didn't want to do masterminds, didn't think anybody would show up, it's eye-opening to see that there are people who honestly believe in me. They believe in you too, but you won't believe me even if I told you. So they believe in you, but when you watch this again in 3 years, when you notice that, come holler at me, okay? Okay, great. Final thoughts for me when it comes to this whole mastermind is, 1, we're doing another one. We're going to Puerto Rico. Wepa! I'm gonna eat some bread. I'm actually really extremely excited about the bread. I'm not gonna try to get fat, but I'm gonna have some bread. But we're going to Puerto Rico this next time. And this is just me actually challenging myself as a creator to raise the bar. Like, I can do it. I can come back to Dallas. I know it already works, right? But I think for me, the environment that I'm trying to create is a space of inspiration, a space of safety, a space of being seen, and a space of creativity. And where else do you need that besides a really nice beach, really nice weather, and really good bread? That's Puerto Rico. So I'm actually really excited about this. It's still nerve-wracking. It's still nerve-wracking to even think that there are people who are going to really follow us to Puerto Rico. It's really mind-wrecking to even have that responsibility of what is going to be the agenda and what's going to be expected in that. But I'm gonna follow through. I'm gonna keep going. I'm not only just gonna keep creating content, but in this new year, I'm actually going to be a little bit more outside. We outside, baby, we outside. So hopefully this message is for my introverts. Hopefully you can at least get a little bit out of your comfort zone, whether it is finally starting that community, whether it's finally talking to your audience, whether it's finally even just to be a little bit more consistent in content. I'm the biggest introvert extrovert there is, and it's still a process for me. So maybe as I'm going through it, you could go through it with me. And I'm actually excited about it. So I hope you are. And if you're not, you're still gonna watch it anyways because you love me, and that's great. And I'm happy for it. So until then, watch these videos.